Things have gone from bad to worse for Fulton County D.A. Fani Willis. Not only is she the Georgia State Senate now facing an investigation into allegations of improper affair with the special prosecutor Nathan Wade, but now there's some more going on.
Yeah, this investigation happening with this committee that was formed. Georgia State Representative is moving to impeach her. Here to weigh in is Georgia Congressman Mike Collins. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming on. This Senate investigation, the state Senate investigation, I want to be very clear that, again, this is still a local case, a local investigation. This has been approved to move forward. What do you see coming out of it?
Well, I think the wheels are clearly falling off the bus on this investigation. I was telling a group earlier this morning that I think this was more made for a Jerry Springer episode than it is anything. When you've got Fani Willis, who's obviously got her eye on somebody else's Fanny, instead of actually out there trying to do the people's work and trying to, pay for it off the taxpayers' dime.
Sir, this case has now got national attention because a lot of people are wondering what is going on in Fulton County. The fact that all of this is going on behind the scenes, and yet the former president is facing some serious state charges here. Of course, I'm referring to Donald Trump and then those other co-defendants in the case. Republican Georgia State Rep Charlice Byrd officially filing a resolution to impeach the DA, posting this to X, saying, with freedom on the line, bold action is necessary. It's time for the legislature to do its constitutional duty and hold corrupt Fulton DA Fani Willis accountable, which is why she's introduced the articles of impeachment against Willis. Congressman Collins, do you think this happens here? Would there be support?
Yeah, I think it should. I think it's evident. And I think as more and more evidence comes out, especially over in the divorce court that's going on between Wade and his soon-to-be ex-wife, that's where a lot of your evidence has been coming from as to where the money has been funneled so Wade and Fani Willis can go on their escapades and their trips. So sure, the state legislature has the ability. They should take that up, and they should use their ability and their rights to impeach this lady and get her off this case. It's just another bogus case. You see it all in every case that Trump is being tried in. They are just another way for the Biden administration. Fani Willis and Wade, and they had connection and had been speaking with the White House on this case. So it has been a way for the Biden administration and Joe Biden to use the court system and the DOJ to try to just kill his political opponents, because he knows he's got problems in November, and Trump is going to win back the White House and at least help us get this place back on track.
I wanted to bring that kind of something. I was going to ask you about the White House logs and the alleged visits. 8-hour visit by the special prosecutor Nathan Wade within the White House, meeting with White House counsel in Athens, Georgia. Again, this according to logs. But aside from that, because you touched on that, I wanted to go ahead and move to a story. I know you were listening to our conversation, our report on Chicago, a council member asking residents in that city, a sanctuary city as it's called, to house migrants. Your thoughts on that?
Well, you know what, and I'd say for those people that want to house somebody to get them off the streets, we have a huge problem out there with our homeless veterans. The people that have actually been out there fighting, putting their life on the line just so that we could keep our country and so that we could be free. Do you realize that the #1 demographic of homeless veterans is a female with a child? So before we start taking in people who illegally cross that border, let's take a look in our own backyards and under our own bridges, because we've got more homeless vets out there and they need our help first.
It's a really interesting point, and just a good reminder of all those who have served our nation honorably, now not getting the resources they need. Georgia Congressman Mike Collins, thank you, sir, for coming on today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care.